Hey guys, welcome back to Max Soulstorm for Unification. Today I have a special video for you because it's another sneak peek for the version 7.0, and in this sneak peek I show you one of the new factions waiting for you, the Night Lords. And we immediately see one new trait unit of the Night Lords. It's a Scout Raptor Scout unit, which is very cool and very special in the sense that it is a jumping capturing unit, so really nice. Can get also a Raptor Scout Sergeant later on if you're getting tier 2 and barracks, and I think you don't need to get tier 2, it seems. Only Storm Barracks and the Black Sanctity, so really nice. But yeah, I opt for a quick tier 2, but yeah, as we all know that Night Lords are more or less Batman, yeah, I'm Batman, you know, and so I made it a little themed, or a little, I tried to make it themed a bit, so the Night Lords represent Mr. Batman himself as they jump over capturing this point and jumping over capturing this point, so they are very mobile. And we have Tau Empire representing the penguin guy. I actually don't know what it is called, Mr. Penguin. It's not Dr. Penguin, so it's the penguin enemy because they have like crude and whatnot. Then we have the Dark Eldar representing Bane, and because they have all these weird dudes and also the grotesque later on, though they are fitting for Bane. Then we have the Arbites, the Witch Hunters I should say, representing the Gotham police force, because we need the police with Commissioner Gordon and whatnot. We also have the Harlequins representing of course the Joker. You can see the cool new icons they have. They also have one or two new buildings. We may or may not see them later on. And last but not least, we have the Death Guard representing Poison Ivy. I mean, Poison Ivy does look a little better in a sense, in a human sense, than these guys, but they're at least as poisonous as she is, or maybe even more. They also have the trees, so they are looking for the plants, but not and stuff like that. Speaking of trees, they actually gone for the Company 4 with their demons, with the Tribulation Mode and tier 1 demons, so we will see how they pan out. Yeah, for me, I'm trying to getting these points, getting a fast tier 2 to get Raptors Scouts with their Sergeants, because I want to give them the Sergeants and Plasma Pistols. The Sergeants can get Plasma Pistols, but yeah, it's quite a commitment to get them to Plasma Pistols, as you need the Black Sanctity and the Storm Barracks, which is the barracks, and also tier 2 to get the Plasma Pistol research, so it's quite a commitment. But yeah, they become really potent with it, because there's another special research for the Night Lords, which makes their Raptors infiltrated. Speaking of infiltration, the special thing about all Night Lords infantry is that they get infiltrated when they are in cover. We will see this in action later on. For now, I actually captured this point from the Tau, pestering them here as well. Do we see some engagements here for now? Not really. Yeah, the map I chose is Pavonis, because this is like this urban kind of map, which you could think of like the Gotham suburbs, or the Gotham, how should I say, outskirts. Only downside on this map is that you do not get a critical location. You have 3 relics, I think. 1, 2, 3 relics, but no critical location. So no Titans here. The Night Lord do have a tier 1 Titan and a tier 2 Titan. But I didn't thought the game does not go on that long, and as this is really close quarter, like everybody spawns right next to each other, I thought this game would be over quite quickly. But as you see in the video length already, it is not over as easily. So yeah, I'm getting the Storm Barracks here, so now I can get the Raptor Sergeants, and I also get the Plasma Pistol here. So you get Raptors with Plasma Pistols, and also later on infiltrated Raptors with Plasma Pistols, which is nice. But speaking of infiltration, we have some infiltrated, what are they called again? Mandrakes, some infiltrated stealth suits, so yeah, I will need to get some detection myself. And what does detect for the Night Lords? Early on, it is their primary commander, which is your captain, which I want to get here soonish. I thought I start him already. No, I got my units out earlier. But the captain has an ability which gives him temporary detection capabilities, which is really nice. Kind of similar, but not similar to the Chaos Lord, where he can put down his icon. The ability for the captain. Captain is called, right? And yeah, here's the captain. Yeah. Sorry for the little hiccup. Maybe my recording software is again striking on me, which is mildly annoying. Can you give a little backstory? I actually recorded it completely, this game, but I noticed then I got a little problem. I had a wrong setting in my recording software, so I now need to do it all again. And now, of course, my recording software is trolling me. So yeah, sorry if I'm sounding mildly annoyed. This is not because of you or because I do not like this game. It's my recording software breaking it. Because you see, I played the game completely. I can watch the replay completely, but as soon as I get recording, it sometimes randomly crashes, just because it can, I guess. So yeah. One thing, I also had my settings turned down to medium here because it's like a 6-player game. So recording this will need me to reduce the settings a bit, playing as well a bit, but not as much as you would think. Yeah, having some infiltrated dudes hitting me. You see this berserk ability from the sergeant is also used, probably very bad timing for it. But yeah, here comes Batman himself, you could say. He comes in. Does he have used this? I think he just used his detection ability out of the range where you needed to detect. So this is me again, being derpy. Yeah, I got the Vault of Fear here, which is basically your commander building in tier 2, where you can get new commanders, can get commander upgrades and stuff like that. You can see here that they get bionics. I already got Purged Weak, so they can get Purged Weak and bionics, so their units get really tanky real quick, as we see in the background. Joker on Bane action here. So they can get really tanky later on, because they get like bionics and Purged Weak, which is also really needed in a sense that they have very melee focused. Yeah, but the Harlequins here, Joker gets forced back, and they go back because Poison Ivy and their mutant, her mutant followers, you can think here, it's like a lot of demons and cultists, and we all know how cool cultists are with their one hand holding shotgun here. Yeah, they are at the doorstep making a little backstabby for the Joker himself and Harley Quinn, I guess. And also the police force, Gotham police force, striking me down, killing my little archmagos, trying to get a autocannon turret here. So the Night Lords have autocannon turrets by default. You can then later get multi-melter upgrades to be more anti-vehicle based. But yeah, the police force is now attacking the demons here, so getting into melee with demons is very dangerous. So we have a lot of sparkly melee people and a lot of stinky melee dudes and demons. So we will see how this pans out. But yeah, I think you can see where this turns to, because there are a lot of demons here doing AoE damage around them. The cultists die really quickly in a sense, but there are still no cultists there, so little fight here, sparkly fight. And here you see a new model of the Temple of the Laughing God, which I really like. Also gets a new icon. Cool. And yeah, I'm just standing here with my now infiltrated scouts. I got the, what is it? I don't see it. I got the infiltration upgrade, and now get the Talon Master, which is also a Raptor kind of hero. And now starting to get some other units, but before I go to them, I want to talk about these Furies. The Furies are your only demonic units you have access to for the Night Lords. The Night Lords by law, I think, hate demons, so they really have not a lot of demons. Basically, this is the only demons, and they also have this little trait. When Night Lords witnesses a Fury die, he gets a morale boost, so they would be very happy with me just sending them in into death, as I do. And yeah, sorry if you see the quality reduced again a bit, because my recording software basically takes up so much memory that the game crashes every 5 minutes or so, so I had to reduce the settings again a bit. I reduced it already, but yeah, here we see the armor, the cover, how should I say, infiltration cover trait all the infantry has in action. So you see these 3 models are on cover, they're infiltrated, and as soon as they leave cover they are not infiltrated anymore. And yeah, I will want to talk about the Havocs for a second as well. The Havocs are also a little special, not just because they have this heavy cover trait, because all infantry units of Night Lords have it. They I think their standard bolter do have any special range or anything, but all the special weapons, they have access to the autocannons, missile launchers, and less cannons, have longer range than their let's say CSM counterparts, but do a little less damage to compensate for it. The idea behind it is that they can use actually heavy cover a little farther away, so they can use, or should I say, more heavy cover. So let's say if I want to hit a unit over here, a normal Havocs would not be able to. I don't know the actual range, but let's say they can hit it while also standing in the heavy cover and being infiltrated. And as I said, they have a little less DPS to compensate for it. And here, yeah, the police force with the police tanks, the Repressor and Rhino now assaulting the Bat Cave, the not so secret Bat Cave over here, trying to get Batman out of the game. So my Raptors now joining in here. The Raptors are really good at tier 1 Harris, tier 1 and early tier 2 with all the upgrades and stuff they can get. But later tier 2 and tier 3 they fall off a bit and turn more or less into a utility unit and harassment unit. They get a special chainsaw upgrade in tier 3, which increases the chainsaw damage they have. The sergeant also gets a net ability in tier 3 if you research it, and he is really holding the sword. Like, I don't need the sword, I use my freaking pistol here because I can. Nice. And we also have the Talon Master here, which gets a little bugged because he gets chucked around left and right, and yeah, the Lord Halos you see here also, how should I say, doing stuff for him, so he's not being able to fight in full force. But yeah, they really want to have me dead, but which keeps me alive is these Havocs here, which are still infiltrated. As I said earlier, my Raptors are completely infiltrated permanently, so yeah, this is my only real way to stay here in the game. A little detail here is also that the LP2, which looks, if you have the high settings, looks really nice. I'm not sure if it says for all Chaos units, but it looks really nice and has an autocannon. Over here we see that, yeah, Poison Ivy is killing Joker here. I'm not really sure, as I have recorded it so multiple times now because the recording dying and whatnot. This is a new model of the Temple of the Laughing God, which just gets yeeted out. The model in high definition looks way better than you saw here. Really nice that they have a new unique model in a sense. And now I'm not trying, how should I say, I am able to put back the police force a bit, trying to get the Rhino in here to use with my with the Havocs, but for some reason it died, probably because one attack of these Cherubim Choir here does a lot of anti-vehicle damage. And now I'm noticing that I have a lot of how should I say, low HP stuff. I have the Raptors, which like the Raptor Scouts, which do not have a lot of HP. I mean, if you see at the numbers, this is because they have the captain in it. The actual HP isn't as high. I have the Havocs, which are also very range damage oriented, so I need some beef, so I get some Razorbacks here. And the Razorbacks is really cool in the sense of the weapons. It can get a flamer already, but then later on you can the multi-melter and the less cannon, so really nice. So I spam some Razorbacks for now, getting some economy upgrades, all the good stuff. But all this spamming of Razorbacks leaves me with no options to going tier 2, but yeah, I need to survive for now. And now I'm getting a 360 attack from the Cannoness here in the face of my Havocs, which is nothing you would really like to have. But yeah, this such is life, I guess. Chiming back with my Raptors, trying to get them into a safe range here. Yeah, fighting on. Another Repressor, I guess the first one died. More Razorbacks left and right. We have a little slow march of death coming in, maybe. Yeah, the Joker is dead, sadly. But yeah, we stick to this battlefield here, looking at the Razorbacks and the Havocs, trying to give it to the police. The Crusader squad here around the Lady Inquisitor here as well, having Sisters battle fighting. So I'm on the brink of breaking the police forces. I think I missed the little micro thingy I did with the Havocs, using the Razorbacks as transport for them, but that's okay. Maybe I UBC it, but yeah, I have a lot of emulators which are tier 2, yeah, I think they are tier 2. Losing morale on the Havocs for now. I have a lot of stuff here fighting. Moving back with them because it's so much getting another Razorback. So yeah, as I said, spamming a bit of Razorbacks to stay in this game. Yeah, we have a little poison problem here for Bane. Bane gets poisoned next after the Joker. And the Penguin guy actually being annoying here, killing a listening post of mine. Here you see the little trick I do, a little high micro trick, getting the Havocs into the Razorback and moving back. Doing the same with those guys, getting them into safe range. So you see the high micro stuff I do here for your entertainment. This is the best micro I did for the whole game, I guess. Even I like it when the Dark Eldar 8 just puts in random stuff in the fights, like the Scrolls Cloud when they are attacked over here. But okay, we see here now another special, let's say special squad. They can field the Night Sisters, they are called. This is basically Battle Sisters. They do not get the leader, but have immediately access to melter guns and flamers, depending on what you face. And as I face some vehicles and stuff, and having already a lot of anti-infantry, I chose to give them melters. So they have, wow, this was interesting. They had quite a move, you see. As I didn't say it in the beginning, but as you may notice, this is all beta content. So things you see here might or might not be adjusted for the final release. Bugs you see here will probably most likely be reported by me and be fixed for the final release. We have now a little backstab here from the Penguin guy, which I, with the Bane, put down to low power mode, you could say, but he's annoying. But yeah, gladly he will run away momentarily here after getting smacked a bit in the face. So he leaves me alone. I think he killed also one of my buildings here, yeah, the hero building. And am I tier 3? I think I am. Not sure actually. At some point I get tier 3. I think I'm not tier 3 yet. And now I'm moving forward with all the Havocs and all the stuff I have here, trying to get rid of the Gotham police force. They are very tenacious. They are very, how should I say? They do not leave easily. Also, the same is true for the Bane here. I think yeah, he rebuilds his stuff over here at some point. So the AI is really yeah, does everything. And here we see a special thing. We were wondering in the 6.9 beta, there were the towers for Dark Eldar and Dark Angels and stuff introduced, and we were worrying, is the AI actually capable of getting them? Does the AI use them? And you see here, the AI does indeed use the turrets, so very nice. We know it now for sure. This video is proof of it. Over here we have more sisters coming in, getting absolutely minced by all the firepower I do field here. These sisters get a little ahead of themselves, I think, yeah, getting close to the Arbeits local heavy headquarter with the heavy bolter, which is a really nice touch. I like when you can get bolters on your HQ. I think it's the same. Yeah, you can also get it for Steel Legion, and it's always, I think, first you can get two. You can get another one here, but I think it's always on the right side the first one, on the left side the second one, and it has also limited fired arc. I think this cannot fire here. So depending on the position on the map, you want to get one or two. Yeah, and they are relatively cheap, costing as much as the turret, I think. So really nice to have access to it, actually. Yeah, so the police force getting killed, but who also gets killed is Bane. Bane only has this little outpost here, actually rebuilding the Cabal Fortress, because why not? And here you see one of the units the Night Lords also can field is a Vindicator. You can actually get 2 Vindicators out in tier 3. Hey, yeah, here a little nod to the heavy flame turret, which was pretty useless in 6.9 still, even it got buffed a bit. It got buffed now to represent a proper turret. You see the morale actually gets broken by the raptor shots, and it does quite a lot of damage. But yeah, it has very limited range and costs quite a lot, and limited to 4 and whatnot, so I should stop with whatnot and stuff, you know. So it now does some damage, which reflects the actual costs. The police forces only have this vehicle building here and the shrine of Reliquary of Faith, but they also try to rebuild the headquarters because, as I said, the AI does not leave easily. Yeah, your typical Tau player just sitting back, actually getting tier 3, getting the collision center, yeah. And Poison Ivy killing the second player, more or less. Will probably kill this little outpost here later on. It's kind of a little sad that I cannot fight all the units, all the people around, but this is the way of FFA. I would have needed to make them, let's say, teaming up on me, but that would be absolutely impossible. So trying to give you a later game, I always choose FFAs, and normally I choose 4-player FFAs and to have a little higher video quality, which I will probably return to after this thing as well, because yeah, as I said, I had to reduce the video quality quite a bit to make this working. I haven't taught a lot of the Talon Master, but yeah, he can attack and has some special abilities. I am tier 3 now, and I get the Demon Prince summoning. The Demon Prince gets summoned by using your captain of all the units you have, and the Demon Prince also has some special upgrades you can get from the World of Fear. Like the Stormbolt Plate Research, Ancient Armor that protects the Demon Prince, a relic from Forgotten Time, adds extra health to the Demon Prince, and Infiltration. So how about Demon Prince that has Infiltration? You know, why not? Killing this reliquary will get rid of the Gotham police force. No! They built another headquarter because they can. And here we see the slow march of the Death Guard, probably to the Bane. I would always say Bane Pit, the Bane representative in the Dark Eldar. The Bane Pit is for them themselves. Oh, we see one of my favorite units for the Death Guard, the Plague Burst Crawler. If this is not an awesome artillery piece, I do not what is really, really nice. Demon Prince summoning is complete, so at some point I will get a Demon Prince from my captain, from my Batman. Batman gets angry, gets to a demon. Yeah, but we kill now the Witch Hunter, so it's more or less, yeah, it's 3 remaining. It is Batman, Poison Ivy, and Mr. Penguin Dude. Mr. Penguin Dude is, yeah, really staying back, as I said, as a typical Tau player, and now trying to get some units out at some point. So now that I'm killed Commissioner Gordon, I'm trying to think of what to go next. I'm tier 3 now, so I'm getting all the stuff I can get in tier 3. As I said, I get the special researches for the Demon Prince, but also Obliterators. This is the most demony units you will also field, except for the Furies. But this is more also a gameplay design, as they will need to get some ranged units in tier 3. Because having all the melee units is really nice in tier 3, but at some point you want to have need some range units in Dawn of War. This is how the game works actually. Only melee does not work. But we have here the Artramento squad, which is basically a Assault Terminator squad with Lightning Claws. They cannot get any special weapons, but they also can get the Artramento Sergeant, which gets a Volktide ranged and a Power Sword, a Demon Sword. So this is, wow, massive demoralization as a strike. So this leader is really nice, and it's really costly as well. So we have now a little party here moving on, and I think I decide to go over here as I see this little desecrator here. The Demon Prince, the Axe Master I think it's called, yeah, has an axe as the name implies. It also has this really big power claw in the end. Really nice. You can get like 3 upgrades from, like the Rending Blade I have here, probably increases its damage. We saw the blades increasing its HP and giving him infiltration, and there's another one giving him an extra ability. Yeah, my tier 4 is now finished, so we will see some nice tier 4 stuff later on the line. Getting some more of the special hero units. This is... I try with the name, I promise. Mordrim Lanahai, which is basically an apothecary slash... how should I say... chaplain, but it says apothecary, so he's probably apothecary, given regeneration, and has a power thought and all this good stuff. And this is actually Talos Koran, which is the one that can torture... he can torture Furies, if you want. Big old fight over here, a lot of demons, plague bearers and zombies into melee, getting a good knockback from the Demon Prince. But yeah, these Antimatter squads will feel the disease as they are in close combat. And if you can help, you want to fight them in range, but you will not be able to fight them in range all the time. You see all the plagues going over to the sisters as well. But yeah, the Demon Prince is basically what helps me here to stabilize, because you see these Elemental squads are really nice. They get a lot of HP in their upgrades, but against all the disease, even they will die. This is the sergeant here with the sword and this awesome coloring. Oh my god. He's a nice guy. Wow. This was an attack from the... Okay, he had a little wild knockback here. And I should have noticed these Plague Burst crawlers earlier, because they're just hammering away. There are even some random Plague Lord and Blight Drone trying to annoy me quite a lot. But yeah, even let's say the Death Guard does not finish the Bane representative in Dark Eldar. It's actually Mr. Penguin, and Mr. Penguin used the time wisely. He got a lot of stuff: Skyrim missile gunships, Commander Long Strike. I think there are some hammerheads as well, some piranhas, but just a little nod. Do you see regeneration? The regeneration is gone. Haha, balance! So I get another squad of 8 Tormentors, and here we see Ulkair just casually coming in right in the middle of everyone, getting his little poo here out as well, because he can pooing all over the place as the great unclean one does. But yeah, getting focused by all the squads now, probably yeah, not good for him. Even my X-Master coming in now, trying to get one slice of him. Yeah, and now he will die. Yeah, one unit that goes out is a Predator, and you might say, yeah, Predator, what is so special as a Predator? This special is that it can get las cannons, okay, we know that, but it can also get Havoc launchers on the side, I think, which gives them missiles to fire on their opponent. So they get like heavy bolters on the side, twinning glass cannons, later on also wall-tied demi-culverin cannons. Quite a mouthful here. And also the Havoc launchers. And also this dude with a heavy melter on top, so you have quite a lot of weaponry on one Predator, so it's a really good Predator for that. So it's I would say justified that it's a tier 4 Predator after all, not a tier 2 as you have for Chaos Space Marines, or tier 3 as you have for Space Marines. Yeah, my assault here continues for the Poison Ivy. And another special squad. This is the Warp Talon. It's called Warp Talon, but it's actually a Night Raptor squad. Maybe this is a little buggy as well. As I said earlier, did I say it? This is all beta. I'm sorry if I'm doing stuff double, saying it twice or even more, because as I had so much trouble with the recording. It's all beta, so all stuff you see here can probably change. If I see bugs, they will get reported and fixed for the final release. And here we see now these Culverin, and this is actually a flamer on top, not a melter. And this, wow, look at, wow, this looks awesome. Can you shoot again for me, please? And this is with reduced settings. I just imagine how good it is, how good it looks in better settings. I also have now the Land Raider Phobos, which is your relic unit for them. They also have Titans, but as I said earlier, There's no critical location on this map, so I cannot feel the Titan. As I said also earlier, I was not aware that this game would last as long as it was. So yeah, as you see, you have these Night Raptor squads, you have Raptor Scouts, and you have also more or less standard Raptors. These Night Lord Raptors, these Night Raptors have no leader or special weapons, but they get melter bombs, which I do not use here because the biggest micro I can use I showed you earlier, and now it's all A move and macroing up. This is how I play. This is not optimal. And even these two Plague Burst Corals still standing here being annoying. But now comes a Predator. A wild Predator appears. And does nothing. Okay, we have slow march on this side. My X-Master is coming in again, saving the day. It's like all the infiltration and a second Ultra here, because why not? If the first one didn't do the job, get a second one, right? Oh, my voice is dying. But yeah, he will also get focused down. But yeah, this Razorback dies just from a stare of him. He gets a little dancing moves here. Look at it go. And now he goes for this Razorback, giving it the old slice with the sword, going down. Now turning its attention to the next target, which is a Vindicator. Vindicator also going down before he finally gets the message that he is not really welcomed here. We will look at this awesome death animation for a second. As I said, it's medium textures, sadly. And yeah, and here we see the Penguin guy. The Penguin guy is now attacking my base with all this stuff in the world. He has like 3, I think. 1, 2, 3 Crisis Battlesuit squads, some Broadside Battlesuits, Hammerheads, the Commanders, Piranhas. I think he will also at some point add in some Devilship Troop Carriers. They're already on the field, so everything in the textbook. So I have now to decide if I go back to defend my base and probably be late anyway, or if I push on and try to kill Death Guard. So I decide to push on and kill the Death Guard, so it's only 1 versus 1 in the end. You see here, or where is it? Is it dead already? I think it died already. You can get Hell Blades and Hell Talons as well as vehicles, so they have access to both, underlining their high mobility trait. So a lot of Trump troops, high mobility units, and infiltration. This is what the Night Lords are all about. The X-Master actually going a little ahead of themselves, trying to fight in the base. And yeah, now it's a slow march to the Death Guard base. They also have a little outpost over here, which is quite annoying as it has turrets and all the stuff to make the game take longer. I actually built my Eclipse portal here, getting now some Dreadnoughts. They would get some awesome weaponry if my HQ wouldn't die before. It will die before I get him into the battlefield. I will get him here to help my advance here, which I also, what I really find nice is the sometimes green lasers that the obliterators choose the weapon depending on the thing they fight, and they have this little green laser which I really like. I'm not sure what it is actually, if it's like graviton gun or whatnot, but it's really looking nice. And now my my Dreadnoughts coming in. They start off with dual melee chain fisty thingy, I think it is. But they can get really nice range weapon if you do not lose the HQ to this. You can get turning autocannons, which is more or less the weapon you can get right from the get-go. And in tier 3, and later on you can get plasma cannons, twin-link glass cannons, and multi-melters. Black Sanity. Less of Night. I think Black Sanity is the armory. You can get a really early plasma cannon actually, but maybe it's locked behind tier 4 and you can see it because tier 4 is research. So I'm not completely sure about it, but we see. What do we see? What I'm sure about is that this third Great Unclean One is also dead. So we have now seen 3 Great Unclean Ones come and go. some more poison stuff raining down on my dudes, because this is how it goes. So no new units because I have no base, sorry. I can say that they have titans, they have a tier 1 and a tier 2 titan. So they have some, but as I said, the map does not allow for it. I'm not sure if it would have benefited me or not, because this is, look at it, this is scary. Scary penguin, guys. All fighting for the mighty penguin in his suit, and has this little umbrella which also has a gun in it, right? I'm not misremembering that, right? A flamer on top, it's really nice. Culverin, flamer, heavy bolters, and occasionally getting a missile out as well. Pew! Ah, did I tell you that? Yeah, here's the whirlwind. I'm not sure if I showed you, but I also can get a whirlwind here for a singular whirlwind, which is, as you would see, just a whirlwind, but it has a special ability, which makes let's say a smoky missile, which I'm not sure what it actually does. I forgot. Messes with the mind of the enemy, let's say hallucinations and disorientation, maybe some confusion or whatnot. Sorry for, I need to get rid of this saying. Yeah, some confusion ability, but I didn't use it here because my micro is not the best. One last thing about the HQ, I used it also here once or twice. In tier 3 you get some artillery fire, or let's say some, we can call in Hell Talon Strike, which does mainly morale damage and some HP damage as well. You can strike it from the HQ, it's an ability, costs some resources, but it's the range is from when your HQ is here. The range goes, I think, up to here. Like in small maps it's basically map wide, in larger maps not so much. So yeah, Poison Ivy is basically done for, except for this little outpost here. But yeah, the Vindicator will open fire, and then the Predator here as well. This is the second Predator which did not got the Worktide Demi-Culverin yet. Do we see a missile firing? Yeah, there it goes. Got the little missile. Yes, Herald of Nurgle coming in, getting deaded. Yeah, Bane Pit, Tribulation Mount is dead, I guess. Yeah, it still shows, but it's dead, and the Bane Pit. So yeah, this now becomes a 1 versus 1, but I have no base, and he has quite a lot of base, and basically half the map. Rebuilding here as well, like the Dark Eldar did as well. So this is a very special place for the AI, it seems. They really like to rebuild here. It's also LP3, right? Yeah, Jesus. He probably swims in money, right? Also the AI, which gets more HP, more money, because I chose harder. I always use harder. Normally I tend to win, but it doesn't look good for here. The commander guy can also jump, which is really interesting. Commander Longsuit. I tried to imagine that this is the penguin himself, driving around in his fast penguin car and laughing as I about get funneled here by its units. But yeah, he turns away for a minute. He goes in again, getting some shots to the face. And will he die? Will he die? Will he die? No, he will jump again with 44 HP. Jesus. But yeah, surprisingly smart of the AI. They turn back. I don't think this is like as an intentional micro from them, but really nice in how should I say, anyway, that they funnel me in this corridor, and here I have here this wide area where they can kill me from all sides, and I can go in one by one. Yeah, I tried to rebuild here, get my tier 2 up, but they do not allow. I have a base here, getting some turrets and getting some raptors here, so I at least can show the standard raptors. The raptors more or less the backbone if you want to play a standard tier 1, not a slim tier 1 as I did here. They're more or less, as from this you see from the weapons and stuff, similar to CSM raptors, but they get infiltrated, which I already told you about. But look at the amount of heavy weapons available. They have 6 and the normal have only like 3 or 4. So all about raptors for the Night Lords. And yeah, now you saw the X-Master getting a little ahead of themselves, getting marked as well. So Jesus, so this is turning into quite the slugfest here. As I said, I'm funneling in units one by one, blocking like the traffic jam that Dawn of War sometimes is, and yeah, getting killed easily. This is all I have here, this little stuff and some raptors. They get even the ethereal blast here, because why not be annoying as you can. The ethereal here will probably die, giving me at least some sort of last hurrah here, getting the morale down and the damage on all the units, killing vehicles and all, but I have lost all my vehicles apart from one Vindicator and Land Raider. My infantry that gets funneled in one by one gets killed from all sides. Here you have some bodyguards, you have infiltrated stuff, you have some Stingray missile gunship. So yeah, this is basically the end. I try to prolong it a bit, but yeah, there's no winning for me. You see this drone squad. Drone squad actually is really good against all targets. I think their weapons deal not the greatest damage, but equal damage to all targets. So it's also really good against demons, it turns out. One thing that killed my Demon Prince here was them. I actually get the Terror Squad here out, which is your Chaos Space Marines. They are special in the way that they have, of course, the infiltration and cover, but also they get like Terror Fax grenades, similar to this, like blinding the enemy and stuff. The Sister Squad you saw earlier, are they still alive? The Sisters actually get standard grenades. So yeah, you have both basically. You have frag grenades on the Sisters and hallucination grenades on this Horror Squad, or what it's called. Yeah, as this is basically a game over for me here with this Land Raider forwards dying by getting attacked from all sides. I think I activated the Machine Spirit at some point. Yeah. Oh, here the Talos Valkyran fighting till the end. One of the last units standing here. He just dies moments before the Phobos dies, and finally the Havoc. So this is over for me. So this would be a good point to say thanks to the devs for actually allowing me to have access to the beta, for allowing me to do the sneak peeks, to give my feedback, to hear to my feedback, which is really an honor to be somewhat part of what shapes this awesome mod. I do not mod myself, but I have done quite the big list of feedback, and most of it got heard and implemented in one way or another, which is absolutely amazing. If you ask me, this is such an amazing mod. The devs are such talented people as well. So thanks for it. They had their fair share of also like backstabbing stuff happening, like people leaking stuff. So it's nice that they have some trust still to some individuals like me, because I will not any leak stuff if I'm not allowed to. So yeah, if you're asking yourself why there's only a closed beta, this is because there were some really bad experience from the devs in their past. So yeah, and beta is not all fun and games. But yeah, this digresses a bit too much. As usual, guys, I would like to thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.